Chocolate is everywhere. From birthday cakes and holiday gifts to late-night snacks and massive dessert factories, it has become one of the most loved foods on the planet. Every single day, millions of people unwrap chocolate bars without ever thinking about how much work goes into making them. But what if I told you your favorite chocolate started as a strange fruit growing on delicate tropical trees deep in humid forests? Today on How Made, we're going behind the scenes of the incredible chocolate-making process to see how raw cocoa beans are transformed into the smooth, rich chocolate products sold around the world. Everything begins with cacao trees. These trees are extremely sensitive and can only survive in specific environments near the equator. They need constant warmth, heavy rainfall, humid air, and protection from direct sunlight. Because of these conditions, countries in West Africa dominate global cocoa production. Farmers spend years caring for cacao trees before they can produce high-quality pods. Unlike many other crops, cacao trees require patience because they do not produce usable fruit immediately. Once the cacao pods become ripe, the harvesting process begins. Workers move carefully through the plantations using sharp cutting tools to remove the pods from the trees without damaging the branches. This part is extremely important because healthy trees can continue producing cocoa pods multiple times every year. The pods themselves look nothing like chocolate. They are colorful, football-shaped fruits with thick outer shells hiding the valuable cocoa beans inside. After harvesting, the pods are cracked open manually. Inside each pod is a cluster of cocoa beans covered in a sticky white pulp. The beans are scooped out by hand and sorted carefully. Not every bean is suitable for premium chocolate production, so damaged or poor quality beans are removed immediately. Depending on the size of the pod, a single cacao fruit can contain dozens of beans. At this point, the beans still do not smell or taste like chocolate. In fact, they are bitter and unpleasant. That is why fermentation is one of the most important steps in the entire process. The fresh beans are placed into large wooden boxes or spread under banana leaves where natural chemical reactions begin. Over several days, heat builds up as microorganisms break down the sugary pulp around the beans. This process completely changes the internal structure of the cocoa beans and starts developing the deep chocolate flavor people recognize. Once fermentation is complete, the beans contain too much moisture to be stored safely. To prevent spoilage, they must be dried properly. Farmers spread the beans under sunlight on large wooden platforms where they dry slowly for several days. Workers constantly turn the beans to ensure even drying. This stage is crucial because excess moisture can ruin entire shipments during transportation. By the end of drying, the beans become darker, lighter in weight, and much more stable for shipping. After drying, the cocoa beans are packed into large sacks and transported to processing factories around the world. But before real chocolate production begins, the beans go through another detailed cleaning process. Machines remove dust, stones, wood pieces, and other impurities that may have mixed in during harvesting or shipping. Even after manual sorting on farms, factory cleaning systems ensure only clean beans continue through the process. The cleaned beans are then heated inside massive roasting machines. Roasting is where the magic really starts happening. High temperatures unlock the rich aroma and flavor hidden inside the beans. Different roasting temperatures create different flavor profiles, which is why every chocolate brand has its own unique taste. During roasting, the beans also become easier to separate from their outer shells. Once roasted, the beans move into a machine called a winnower. This machine cracks the beans apart and removes the brittle outer shells using airflow and vibration systems. What remains are small pieces called cocoa nibs. These nibs are the heart of chocolate production because they contain cocoa solids and cocoa butter, the essential ingredients needed to make chocolate. The nibs are then ground into a thick, dark paste known as chocolate liquor. Despite the name, there is no alcohol involved. Grinding releases the natural cocoa butter trapped inside the nibs, creating a rich liquid texture. At this stage, manufacturers begin building different types of chocolate products. Sugar is added for sweetness, milk powder is added for milk chocolate, and extra cocoa butter may be mixed in to create smoother textures. However, the mixture is still gritty and rough. To solve this, the chocolate enters a refining process where giant rollers crush the particles into extremely tiny sizes. This stage is what gives chocolate its smooth, melt-in-your-mouth texture. Without refining, chocolate would feel coarse and unpleasant when eaten. After refining comes one of the most fascinating stages called conching. During conching, huge machines continuously stir, mix, and heat the chocolate for hours or even days. This process improves texture, removes unwanted acidity, and enhances flavor. The longer chocolate is conched, the smoother and more luxurious it becomes. Premium chocolate brands often conch their chocolate far longer than cheaper manufacturers to achieve a richer final product. Next comes tempering, a process that controls the temperature of the chocolate very precisely. Tempering stabilizes the cocoa butter crystals inside the chocolate so it hardens correctly. Properly tempered chocolate has a glossy surface, a firm texture, and a satisfying snap when broken. Without tempering, chocolate can become dull, soft, or develop strange white streaks on the surface. Once tempered, the liquid chocolate is poured into molds of different shapes and sizes. Some molds create chocolate bars, while others form candies, truffles, or decorative pieces. The molds travel through cooling tunnels where the chocolate hardens into solid products. At this stage, the familiar chocolate bars people see in stores finally begin to take shape. But modern chocolate factories do far more than produce plain bars. Many products contain fillings, nuts, caramel, wafers, or fruit flavors. Manufacturers create these fillings separately before combining them with chocolate shells. Caramel is made by heating sugar to high temperatures, while creamy fillings are blended with dairy products or flavored ingredients. Nuts such as almonds and hazelnuts are roasted before being added to chocolates for extra crunch and flavor. One of the most eye-catching stages is decoration. Skilled workers and automated machines decorate chocolates with patterns, stripes, coatings, and shiny finishes designed to make them look irresistible. Some luxury chocolates are painted with edible colors while others are coated in layers of cocoa powder or crushed nuts. Packaging teams then wrap and box the finished products before shipping them to stores around the world. The scale of chocolate production today is absolutely massive. Giant factories operate non-stop to meet global demand. Conveyor belts carry thousands of chocolate bars every minute, while advanced machines monitor temperature, texture, and consistency with incredible precision. Some factories produce enough chocolate in a single day to supply entire countries. Even though chocolate has become a global industry worth billions of dollars, the process still depends heavily on the hard work of cocoa farmers. Without cacao trees and carefully harvested cocoa beans, none of these products would exist. Every chocolate bar represents months of farming, fermentation, drying, roasting, refining, and manufacturing before finally reaching consumers. The next time you open a chocolate bar, think about the incredible journey behind it. From tropical cacao farms to giant industrial factories, chocolate goes through one of the most detailed food production processes in the world. And now you know exactly how it's made. Thanks for watching How Made, and we'll see you in the next one.